G'day, yeah, guess who? Back again. Friday afternoon, lovely sunny central Victoria. Steve from offthegridnoz.com. Just going to make a very short video. No laughs, please. This is not laughing. Considering the amount of people we actually expose ourselves to with these videos, we get very few people that don't, let's say, understand perhaps our approach to what we do. I mentioned in all the videos that we take the attitude that the young coming through, the people without much money, tend to be our target. This is a form of, I'm not going to apologise, but it's a form of an explanation for a few people, only a few, actually only a couple, that bother me a bit because they tend to take perhaps my abrasive tone. I can assure you, for these people, you know, myself personally, I've worked for the public for 40 years. I can throw an orthodox sentence together. I am well educated. I do tend to drop into the Australian colloquial style of language. I do get a bit abrasive. For that I apologise if it actually offends anybody. I do have a few reference bases that I repeat quite regularly, and one that actually just came to the forefront only a little while ago from a lovely gentleman. And yes, it was only on one faceplant page out of many places that we pop this stuff up. So I'm not picking on him. I could name him by first name, and just for the sake of this video, his name's Peter. Now, I am going to actually put this video up on that faceplant page, so, you know, Peter, you can watch it if you like, mate. I apologise to you personally if you take offence to my approach. Your reply to a battery question that was put up, mate, I know you might be able to find an $80 Emerson second-hand used UPS batteries from Telstra, but the fact is, Pete, come on, you know, I just did a quick double check cruise by through eBay. You know, the ones that are up there, 150, 200, 300 bucks a pop. They're good ones. They're not ones that have been used already by somebody. But that's not denying the fact that you probably have tripped over an $80 Emerson 2-volt 1000 amp hour battery. I don't know, you haven't. Hey. But for you to make the statement, or for this lovely gentleman to make this statement that I paid too much, with an adjective before that statement, well, that's not going to it's not going to float with me, alright? I didn't pay too much. You're suggesting that my video was perhaps steering people without much money down the garden path. Well, it isn't, and it wasn't. And it was all based on fact. Years, not 12 months, years of investigation into batteries, following prices and tracking prices. But anyway, that was only a minor issue. The battery thing stands for itself. Anyone that goes and searches, you might trip over an $80 battery, and this gentleman Pete may have found one. That's not an issue. But I'd like to apologise because I seem to have offended at least one person who claimed that I have, in quotation marks, a poor issue. Meaning that I tend to be coming across from the poor man's point of view. Well, for the record, you can look on my faceplant page, my personal one, my CBR Classic page. Look, we're not rich and we're not poor. I'm a 60-year-old self-employed tradie who has done well and built many properties. We may not have made $1 million on the stock exchange. We may not have made $1 million out of property, you know, sales. But we provide everything and have a history of providing everything for ourselves right back from when I was 23. So I stand on solid ground, and I may preach and refer to people with money as rich bitches, and I use all sorts of colourful terminology. Like, I'm the last person who would actually hang it on people that have money. I joke about it, but it's because the videos I put up are directed not at the people with money. Because money, unfortunately, and I suffer a bit from this, money unfortunately gives people like myself and people with far more money than me far different sets of options than the people who haven't got it. It's not like I have a poor issue, guys. So, but if I do offend anyone out there that's, you know, got a few bucks together, struth, I'm the last one that's going to actually physically bail anyone up on that. Right? That's just not accurate. It sounds like it, and for that I apologise. I don't want to offend anyone. I actually don't quite know how to deal with, and look, seriously, out of thousands and thousands of comments and videos across lots of different forums, we only get like one or two, but it bothers me when they come up, because those people are listening to perhaps my rather abrasive version and my abrasive nature within those videos towards perhaps the people who maybe don't need to watch them. You know, we hope we put information up that is of helpful to somebody, and yes, I do reference the people coming through with not a lot of money. I say that quite regularly, guilty as charged, but that's not because I've got a poor man's issue, alright? We are not poor. I haven't got a personal problem with people with not much money. I feel for them, and I know the struggle they're up against, and that's why we put this stuff out there. You know, if you watch the videos, you've heard me say before, we don't make money. This isn't a way for me to jump out of the poor man's bracket. It's got nothing to do with that, alright? So I apologise for offending anyone that has money. I mean anyone that may have watched the videos. I probably will continue down this path, only because it sets a clear definition within the video as to what the information or who the information is directed at. And it might only be a simple thing like a dumb fuck battery, alright? And yes, I know I swear too much. That, I'm afraid, you just have to get over. I can actually, obviously I wouldn't have survived working for the public direct for 40 years if I swore all the time. But yes, on the videos I get a little bit loose. I get a bit passionate. Again, if that offends anybody, well, I apologise for that to a point. But anyway, I hope you understand the reason we do this. I hope you understand perhaps the dyslexic way that we go about it. Perhaps, you know, people could go, "Oh, your videos are a little bit disjointed." Yeah, could be, but that's only because they're off the cuff. There's nothing planned, nothing structured. There's no big intro. There's no razzmatazz. I mean, this is just all off the cuff thoughts, all right? So, Peter, I'm going to pop this back on that one faceplant page where you actually made comment. I didn't particularly appreciate what you said. Calling me out as somebody with a poor man's issue wasn't necessary, and I could have put a reply there, but I'd rather make a video. It takes me a lot less effort to make a video than it does to rattle up 9 yards of text and have an argument with someone that can't actually hear the sincerity in my reply. So I don't take offence at what you said. It sets me back a little bit in my mind as to how you took me in that instance. You're calling me out on the price of a battery was incidental. That can be easily validated by anybody that looks up batteries. But yeah, look, Pete, you know, not here to bear a grudge. I'm going to put this at the bottom of that reply, and maybe the moderators will, you know, chop it out. I don't know. But I don't want to upset anyone. I'm here to help people. And if you just happen to have a few bucks in your pocket and you take me the wrong way occasionally, what can I say? As long as the one person that this is aimed at gets the benefit from it, and I knock a few people around that maybe take offence to a few things or the way I say a few things, that's just part of the price, I suppose. And yeah, even Kerry has said to me I should back off and, you know, relax. Well, we got 7 kids and 16 grandkids, and they're all getting to that age where they're starting to struggle. This issue is very close to our hearts. So that's the reason why perhaps I slip a bit occasionally. But anyway, this is as best as I can do for an explanation cross apology. Lovely afternoon in central Victoria again, sitting on the bridge. It's time to go in and crack one of my ye old distilled waters. It's definitely that time of day on a Friday. Got a project on for the weekend here at home. You might have seen Kerry's video. We finally arced up the indoor wood fire. Friggin' wood fire number 4 on this new property. We got a lot of wood burners, and we got a lot of wood, thank God. But yeah. So anyway, it's cheers from Stephen from offthegridnoz.com. I hope everybody takes a few minutes to watch this one. I don't want people to not watch or listen. I know I chew up, minutes of your life you'll never get back. That's sort of what YouTube's all about. And I know I'm a bit earthy, and I know I tend to get a bit brutal and passionate. No offence meant, alright? And I think that's the thing with offence. Was their intent? Was their intent? I don't need to be called out and told I have poor man's issues, because that wasn't my intent. If there's no intent, there's no crime, guys. Alright? So cheers from me. We'll catch you on the next one. Probably be a bit busy over the weekend doing my own stuff. So we will catch you when we find another topic close to our heart that we want to throw an hour into and put a video together with. So cheers from me and Kerry. You don't have to like this one. This one's purely for information. And we'll catch you on the next one. Have a good weekend. We are going to. So I hope you do too. Bye.